world are you living in? Are you living in both worlds? Are you living in the materialistic world? Um, you should by now know that this matrix, they call it, um, I'm getting downloads that this world that we living in is placed over the world that we were supposed to live in. This world is like a deception world. This world that we live in, the world with the government, the world with the violence, the world with the lack. It's like that's not what was originally the plan. If you watch the movie The Matrix, when Morpheus says the old Matrix was made that we could graduate from it, and come into who we are. And when we talk about Matrix, it's just what I got download. What's the Matrix? What came to me was Matrix was a place where the gods, you, came. And I don't think this world is the only Matrix. It's just a illusion system that is set up for us to come into our divinity. And yeah, I think all realms like this, it's a school. We're in a school, and the goal is for us to understand who we are. The goal is for us to come into our divinity. That's what a matrix is. So, and it seems with this one, this was an illusion placed over the original matrix. That's what I'm getting. Um, and to totally have us in perpetual descendant. We're descending consciously, we're not evolving, we're not growing. The original matrix was, I would say, like a feminine matrix. It still is. They place this masculine matrix over the original feminine matrix. And what that does, it took us out of balance. It took us out of balance. So here we're in this wannabe masculine matrix, when at the core of what the matrix is made up of is the feminine. And it's taken us into what this is. If you're like me and you're out there, you'll be like, come on, people, wake up. Wake up. It's all illusion. It's an illusion. It was hijacked. This matrix was hijacked. The original matrix was hijacked. It's like whoever is here, they do not want us to wake up. Open your eyes see, as the Bible tells us. I was watching the video of them going into space, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't tell me anyone believed that. Please don't tell me the first woman going into space. They're just trying to hold on to what is fleeting. This matrix, this materialistic matrix, is fleeing or fleeting. And please, don't fleet with it. You are divine beings anyway. You do not die, and I'm not sure if everyone have a soul, but even if you don't, you're here to evolve. You're here to get a soul. You're here to get a soul. So you don't have time to be in this delusion. If you do not die, you have to understand that this matrix is an illusion. So when look beyond what you see, understand. If you understand God, if you understand who God is, you would know that God prepared for his creation. You would know that there's no lack, there's no division, there's no separation. Open up your eyes to what we've been taught. It's all illusion, most of it. Or they mix the truth with the lie. Go in and dissect the truth. because we the biggest thing they let us think that we're separated. There's a big separation. The sun is itself, the moon itself, the water itself. They don't. What they fail to tell us is that we're from the same source. We all come from the same source. We all come from the same source. The water, the trees, the sun, the moon, the stars. The same thing, the sun that gives light. The same thing, what makes the sun up is the same thing that makes us up. It's the same thing that makes us up. So please wake up. I wanted to do this live all day. There's just something burning on me. Please, when I see people just so in this matrix, this false matrix, still going by what the government says, still going by what religion says, still going by what history says. Huh? That's the first thing. I was probably 10 years old when I knew that slavery thing didn't happen the way it was taught. It didn't. It's impossible. It's impossible to happen the way they taught us in school. Nothing truth about that. I remember I'd probably at least 10 or maybe 8, 10, 9, 10 years old. I was asking my grandfather, you going to tell me that people came up here? I grew up in the country in Jamaica. And you gonna tell me people came up here and put chains on people and take people from Africa and bring? No, no, I didn't believe that story, and I still don't believe that story. Please, 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 please wake up. Wake up, start loving everyone. Everyone, stop taking responsibility um, for whatever is going on in your life. Understand who you are. That's the main thing that helps you wake up. Understanding who you are, understanding that you're a divine being. There is nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing impossible we create with our mind, our thoughts, our emotion. Our mind run the show. Nothing else. It doesn't matter how much we work. It doesn't matter um we go after what we see in this. It's all an illusion. Your mind is creating your universe. If your mind is not right, you're not right. Your life is messed up. Mind over matter, those are all truths. Those are all truths. Come on, people, wake up, wake up. If this life find you, wake up to the reality that we live in, because it has to go. The more we wake up, the more they have to continue to reveal the truth, and they're gonna continue to reveal the truth and mix it with the lies, and you're gonna think, oh, I thought deep ministry said they're gonna tell us the truth. You have to. The Bible tells us, discern, discern, discern. Discern. You're here to grow as the God you are. You're here. It's a school. This earth is a school. You're here to grow by loving, by understanding self, by depending on your higher self, depending on your higher self, your soul, the Lord, the Christ consciousness, to lead you and guide you into all truth. But they tell us, worship Jesus. Jesus is coming back. He's going to open up the sky and he's going to help us now. You have all the power within to help yourself. Jesus is not coming through the sky, coming back to help you. He's not. He is not. It's the Christ consciousness. He's already here. You got to find, seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened. We need to have that divine energy pouring out upon us and in us at this time. We have to. And that's what's gonna heal us. That's what's gonna bless us. Don't be a total blocking out all the energy coming in. The Christ consciousness. When I said energy, the knowledge coming in from the divine realms. We're always looking up, but every aspect of this earth, it's coming. This earth has to grow. It's again, it's right now, it's not growing, it's dormant. And you might look at me like, oh, we're technology savvy, we're going to the moon. That's not growth. Those are materialistic things. Growth is measured by spirituality, by how much you love your neighbor, by how much everyone's prospering, by how much you have time to spend with your family. That's growth. Growth is not the size of your house or the car that you drive or the job, how much you get paid on your job. That's not growth. Well, if that's what you want, you could have it. You're a God. You could keep that illusion if you want. But at the core of you, your soul is like, come on, we gotta grow. We gotta raise our consciousness vibrational frequency. We have to. That's what your soul is telling you. And this world is telling you, oh, go after that. And nothing's wrong with this because this is why we're here, to grow, um, and to see and to enjoy this world. And when you hear me talk about this world is illusion, that means you shouldn't enjoy every aspect of this world. You're not here to sit down and wait to go to heaven. We're here to enjoy this beautiful creation, every aspect of it, but you got to do it knowing who you are. That's the goal. You thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. As it is in heaven. You have to grow, knowing you have to go through this world knowing who you are, the Christ. The names that you have is just like how if your name's Mary, it's just like how Jesus was Mary, and Jesus came to that consciousness, that God aspect of himself, and he became Jesus Christ. Christ is a title. Mary Christ, John Christ, Joan Christ, Matthew Christ. That's our ultimate goal. And like Christ, when you become, if this earth doesn't raise its consciousness vibrational frequency, when you get to that Christ consciousness, you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. But I remember waking up. Person's watching. Okay, all right. Person's watching. Okay, all right. It's back. A call came in and just messed everything up. Yeah, we were talking about the Christ consciousness. Yeah, your Mary Christ, John Christ, Leroy Christ, Matthew Christ. That's to get to that Christ consciousness where we understand the God we are. We don't have to go out there and work 10 jobs. Money, 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 money. Money is the energy we put in it. We put all this money, energy into money and give it value. That's it. Money is just paper. It's not. It's inorganic. It's like we shouldn't put some. If we ignore money, if we don't give it that much energy, it has to come to us. It has to come to us. It's mind over matter. Matter is the physical things that we see around us. Your mind is what's driving you. So make sure your mind is in the right place. Um, your perception of reality, um, that anything outside of you can affect you. No, you are the God of your own universe. Only time it affects you if you go out there and then bring something back into your universe. And let me tell you, the mind is a battlefield because based on what we've taught, oh my gosh, um, all the things that's been programmed into us from schools to church and all that, that's what we're using, creating our reality. So wherever we find ourselves today, we have no one to blame. other than ourselves. No one to blame other than ourselves. It's me why I'm broke. It's me why I'm sick. It's me why I'm not seeing the blessings. All the things I've prayed for, I'm not seeing it in my life. Why? Your mind, your thoughts, your emotions. Those are the things that create our reality. And listen, it doesn't matter if you want to believe it, it is unconsciously you're doing it. Just stop some time and watch your mind, watch your thoughts, watch your feelings. If you're joining me for the first time, check out my channel, Deep Ministries, and see some of the videos I do on your thoughts. Read the Christ letters. Read the Christ letters. That's the coming back of the Christ. And understand what Christ's true ministry was, to let us know that we are God's. To let us know that we are God's. And that's why he was crucified. The church didn't want to know that. Listen, we don't need, when you pray to yourself. When you worship, you're worshiping yourself, your higher self. This is what we see in the mirror. This is just an avatar for this earthly experience. And yes, it's not even solid. It's electricity, magnetism, um, the light spectrum in the realm that's showing us this at the core. If you put a microscope or skin, it's just electricity and magnetism. It's the magnetism that's making us feel solid. So don't be attached to it. The true Your true you is your soul. You call it soul, divine self. This is what the Bible was talking about, your true self, your soul. Solomon, the soul of man, the soul of man. That is what Christ was talking about. That's what the Bible was talking about. The temple not built with hands. When you look at even the Egyptian era, I saw something the other day on a social media platform, and what was his name? Horus or Isis? All those characters in Egypt is part of our body parts. hmm Part of our body parts. And I was listening to someone this morning trying to break down the Bible. And the understanding of the Bible physically, the understanding of the Bible physically is this matrix, is the materialistic matrix. If you go deeper, into the Bible, you get to the spiritual aspect of it. The person was talking about Jerusalem, Zion. Let me take those two. And was it Jerusalem or Zion? And I think the Bible says one was north of the other. You know, Zion is coming into that Christ consciousness, and I think that was mentioned too in the Matrix. Zion is, did it say Zion is north of Jerusalem? Something like that. Zion is you obtaining your mind, your physical self and your spiritual self coming together, united. That's Zion. What's David? What's David? David is your heart. Mm? David, man of God's own heart. This heart that's connected to the source of our being. Mm? Um, what was Revelation. Oh my gosh. I think the seven churches. The seven churches is your chakra, your energy centers in this body. Um, Paul's entire ministry of not pagan, yeah, paganism, and um, if you're not pagan, I think you're Hebrew Jews or something. Paganism is just you not knowing who you are. You're serving something outside of yourself. That's pagan. That's pagan. The flesh. Paul wanted to use the people, Gentiles, bring the Gentiles back in the church. You know, Jews, and there's no Jews, there's no Gentiles. We're all one. Mm? Your sin, the sin is you not knowing who you are. Your righteous is when you understand who you are. That the goal on this earth is to become one with your higher selves. Is to become one with your higher selves. That's righteousness. You love everyone. You're not too attached to this world. Your attachment is when you see everyone as the gods they are. That's your attachment. When you see everyone as the gods they are. And you see everyone as the god. That's your attachment. That's why we're here. So yeah, so especially in the Bible, when you if you find this message, when you read the Bible, read it and go deeper in it. Not the materialistic, not Jerusalem, Elijah, Elisha. Go deeper, deep, calling into deep. What is it? Who is Elijah? What's the spiritual meaning of Elijah? And then you'll try to, then you'll leave from this matrix that was created to keep us bound. Which other creature you see work like us? Which other creature? Yeah, they fight for territory, but which other creation you see behave like us? We're not walking in nature, and that's where we're going back to. We're going back to that time of nature, and nature is mother. Nature is mother, and I know I did a study about we're just in a big womb. We're in a womb, just like how the baby in our womb was provided, cared for. That's how we are cared for. But when we came out of, and why we're not being cared for like that, because we came out of our mother's protection, we came out of our, um, we're not, they told you, um, oh, that she sinned, whatever, what happened to her. She makes Adam sin, she's this and she's that. The woman, the God is treated as nothing and keep this world out of balance, and that's why we work so hard. That's why we struggle so much, because we were told to come out of her, to come from under the protection we were given when we came to this earth, to totally ignore our divinity and look outside of ourselves for something. Look outside of ourselves. All right. There's a lot of texts that go into this. Read the Nagamadi text, and the Nagamadi texts talk about Adam was created, but Sophia, which represents wisdom, came down and blew breath into Adam and gave Adam's life. And what happened in the garden? They never got Sophia. They never got her. She's hidden. She was hidden according to the Nagamadi text. There's a lot of version of this story, but um she was hidden inside Adam. So when they said the rib thing, according to the Nagamadi text, was like they were trying to get rid of Sophia out of Adam. And Adam is just the atom. They were trying to get rid of her, but they couldn't. So, as the goddess Sophia is, um, she he gave another woman came out. Another woman came out of Adam's ribs, not the true God. So ever since they tell us that um, we should be submissive to the man and submissive because they're the head of the household. They couldn't get Sophia because the God that she is, they can't get to her, and she's still hiding within us. She's still hiding within us, ready, waiting for us. Hands is always stretched out, ready to bless, ready to heal, ready to set us free. Yes, yes. The God of this realm, our Mother, Father, Mother, God. All right, I'm gonna go 30 minutes. Yeah, a few people joined me, but yeah, I'll post this at a later date. Maybe some people will watch it later, but yeah, thank you for everyone who joined. If this message find you, please don't get attached to this physical realm. It's fleeting. It's fleeting, going by. Whoever is in control is still holding on to it, but soon and very soon, trust the God within you. Follow my channel, please. I have some great videos, some great shorts on that. Please follow. Yeah, some great shorts on it. Know who you are and depend on who you are for direction, for guide, for protection. Nothing else. Nothing else. No one else. Know who you are. Know who you are. Please depend on that power within for everything that you need. This world has nothing to give. Nothing to give. There's something morely important, your soul. Your soul wants to ascend. Your soul wants to become one with you. That divine aspect of us. That's Sophia, that wisdom. All right. Okay. Thank you for whoever joined. Thank you. Be blessed, everyone.